What a fall from grace. This is sad. And it really isn't his fault, but it kind of is his fault. So if you didn't know already, Jonathan Majors has signed to do a movie with the Daily Wire. He's gone down to Ben Shapiro country. This is sad. Let's go here first.
You get to escape and be somebody else for a while, you know, and really like dive into that character and really get away from who you are and actually just pretend to be somebody else. You know, when they pay actors big money like that, it's not because of the job, it's because you're no longer being yourself. They pay you to not be you and to get away from everything that you know of and become that person.
Right.
That means your family and everybody, you know. Some people can't come back from that, you know. Yeah. Some people can, some people can't. I did this other movie, man, with Jonathan Majors. He would not get out of character.
What's that, Harder They Fall?
Yeah, cowboy
that's
movie.
My
yeah.
shit. Yeah, Wiley Esco. That's my shit. Yeah.
So the whole movie, he just stayed.
Dog, I was at Shell gas station one day, nigga, and just heard a horse and looked out. I'm not bullshitting, dog. I looked out. I was buying some chips and shit, and I looked out, and this is the niggas getting off a horse, dog. on a Sunday. Like, we wasn't even shooting. He got off Spurs, hat, holster, came in the gas station, got water and shit. And I'm thinking to myself, should I speak to him? Because I don't want nobody knowing I know him.
Right.
But I'm like looking at him, he saw me and he was like, hey, what's up? And I was just like, you tell me what's up. But dog, like you get lost. You get paid.
That's called method acting. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, this is sad. Sad. Let's go here. Wait. He'll never be an A-lister again. He'll never get back to the top of the mountain. It'll never happen. He's done at this point. Once you start doing conservative stuff, like conservative alt-right wing, look at Gina Carano. Gina Carano got her little settlement from Disney. Ain't been back since, huh? Right? She went the whole, red right route. Ain't been back since. Now she's back to the point where she's taking a fight to fight Ronda Rousey. Bitch ain't been in the ring in 20 years, but we'll cover that too.
Congratulations to Jonathan Majors. He is back shooting movies. He is shooting a movie in South Carolina right now. This is after a 4-year kind of not self-imposed hiatus, after the trial with his ex-girlfriend. I'm going to say it again. Jonathan Majors got screwed by Hollywood because he won that trial. If you remember, his ex-girlfriend said that Jonathan had assaulted her in a vehicle, inside a vehicle in the back seat. I think it was an Uber. And, when they got in the car, you see him kind of push her in. They didn't prosecute him for the little pushing in. That was not what this case was about. It was about whether he assaulted her inside the vehicle. The jury voted unanimously not guilty, that he did not do it. This is after the Uber driver.
Okay, what did they find him guilty of, Harvey? He was found guilty of injuring the woman while trying to escape. That's what he was found guilty of. But let's continue.
Testified, others testified, and the jury said it didn't happen. They convicted him because he did kind of push her into the cab. That's never why, not at all why, he was prosecuted. He won that case, but Hollywood is so skittish that they basically banished him.
Okay, how can black people criticize but no black film company? Okay, so what's stopping Tyler Perry? He had a movie in play with Spike Lee, but are they going to jeopardize their situations for one guy? Come on, there's tons of black actors all through Hollywood. No one's going to jeopardize their situation for one guy. That's not how this works. You know better.
He's back. And he's a big star. And I got to say, I always thought that Hollywood screwed him. And so he is back shooting this movie. It's really interesting. He's shooting it with the Daily Wire is producing it, and they have produced other movies where people have been kind of in similar situations. Gina Carano, they did a movie with her. The Daily Wire is a conservative outlet.
Yeah. Once again, Gina Carano sued Disney. She won a settlement. Even said, I want to come back to work for the same company that fired you because you couldn't shut up about certain issues. And now she's fighting Ronda Rousey. She ain't been in the ring in 20 years. Right? Oh, but okay. We'll get to Gina Carano.
And I think that it's not an accident that the Daily Wire is one of the producers of this film. I think there is kind of a reaction to this, hyper, as some people would call it, wokeness in Hollywood. The guy won the case. And if you ask the prosecutors privately, they would acknowledge that. So here's the thing. Jonathan Majors, I talked to him this morning.
How do you win a case and still get convicted? That's not a win. Now, we all know he was never going to jail. He was never going to prison. He took some anger management classes, got put on, I think, 2-3 year probation. Whatever the case, he didn't win. His career's over. He got fired from Marvel. Magazine Dreams had an Oscar buzz. They put that in the can, killed that buzz for that movie. It came out on streaming. I don't know. I don't even know what streaming sites Magazine Dreams is on at this point. Like he had a legit Oscar buzz, legit Oscar run. Like he was a threat to win an Oscar with Magazine Dreams. All that got snuffed out literally in 60 days. How did he win?
And he was going to come on DMZ Live to talk about the film. And to talk about how great it is to be back and all. His agent at the William Morris Endeavor Agency said, oh, no, bad idea, don't do it. And I just think that, as soon as I heard it, I just laughed. And I said, Jonathan, I want to talk about this. And he was cool with me talking about it. But it's just so funny the way this town works. Agents, I think, are so tone deaf to the realities of Hollywood and the world.
Let me ask you guys, since those that you're in favor, Jonathan, just cool. What's stopping 50 Cent from hiring? How come 50 Cent doesn't hire him or Tyler Perry? Why is he going to the Daily Wire? So I leave that question for you guys that are, whatever the case may be. You can be pro Jonathan. That's fine. I'm pro Jonathan. But why didn't 50 Cent or Tyler Perry hire this guy? Give me your best excuses, best reasons, and we'll see what comes out in the wash. Let's continue.
And, the idea of Jonathan.
It was on HBO Max? Really? Shit. When did that happen? And I am a loyal HBO Max subscriber. Let me turn on my TV and see if it's still on there. Damn, did they even put it in the banner? Because I would have seen it. Did they even put it in their banner? Let's see what pops up. Please don't make me log in. Oh, okay, cool. I'm in. Cool. All right, let's go looking. Let's go to the search. Let's see here. MAGA. Nope. Magic Mike. People Magazine. Let's continue. Let's do this. Paula Zahn. Let's type in Z. Give us magazine. Nope. How long was it on HBO Max for? Are you sure? Man, I would have seen it. I stay on HBO Max. I would have seen it. Magazine. Nothing pops up. Moonlight. Vanity Fair Confidential, Crime Feed, Dune, Lord of the Rings, Hoop Dreams, Euphoria, Chernobyl, Superman, Smiling Friends, Logan, Ugly. There's no Magazine Dream. When did this happen? What month did this happen? Cause what month did they put Magazine Dreams on HBO? I would have seen it. I know for sure I would have seen it. I live on HBO Max. It's not here. I'll tell you what. We'll take a look. Hold on. We'll look for it and see where else is at.
Majors coming on and, talking about how good it is to be back in the movie business. Especially, look, he knows how I feel about this case because I talked about this case before. I think it's great that he's back. I don't think he should have left. And the William Morris Endeavor agency said, oh, no, don't do it. These are not people who understand media. They may understand television, they may understand film, but they have such a lack of knowledge of the way media works. And
Okay, did you see it in theaters or on a streaming site? Where did you watch Magazine Dreams at or on?
I just wanted to kind of share that with you because we don't talk about it that much, but it just seems so absurd to me. And he kind of just threw his hands up because, he doesn't want to piss off his agency, but so tone deaf, so ridiculous.
It's interesting, as you said, it's something of inside baseball, but there is something to be said.
I don't think this is inside baseball. I think it affects Jonathan.
Well, it does affect Jonathan. The fans want him back. His firing, as you said, had huge repercussions. I mean, Marvel had to rework everything when they let him go, and they let him go immediately. People are excited about this role. I have to assume his agent is worried that if we get him back in the press too soon, it's going to dredge up some sort of bad, some sort of bad juju maybe. But they want him back. He is back. Let him come on and promote it. Let us help him celebrate this moment.
Or how about just
Okay. Once again, I'm asking the question: why doesn't 50 Cent nor Tyler Perry hire him? These are the supposed injuries. Okay. All right. So let's go here. Where is magazine? Streaming. Where is it on? It's on YouTube. I'm not paying $3.99 for that. Apple TV. Let's go. It's behind the paywall for everything. So it's still behind the paywall for everything. So you're gonna have to rent it. You're going to have to rent it. Why would I? So not only you want me, I pay a monthly subscription, and then on top of that, I still have to pay to rent them. I'll just wait till it's free on the streaming site. All right. Listen, if it was on HBO Max, I would have seen it. I almost want to say I think you're mistaken. What do you mean both of them don't have power? Sure they do. Black people believe they have power. Oh, sure they have power. You mean you tell me Tyler Perry and 50 Cent don't have power? Are you sure about that? I'm trolling you, but was Magazine Dreams ever on HBO Max? Okay. Yeah, because I would have seen that. I would have seen it. It was acquired by Disney. Then they got rid of it, picked up by Briarcliff. Right? So it's on Amazon Prime, Apple, Fandango. Yeah, you got to rent it though. Yeah, I'm about to say I would have seen it on HBO Max. Ain't no way in hell I missed that. So give it another 4 or 5 months, and they'll take it from behind the paywall and let you watch it on the streaming site without having to pay extra, which is unreal. Which goes against the whole reason why I'm paying a monthly subscription to begin with, right? I'm paying for the access, the exclusivity, and then you put it behind another paywall. Okay. All right. So nobody can give me a legit reason why 50 and because not y'all, but black people swear 50 is really running shit, and Tyler is really he really owns that former military base and turn it into studio. So I mean okay. But let's get into it. So he's doing an action movie. This is sad, man. This is so sad. So let's see what Ben Shapiro has to say. Let's go here. So they hired them a new Goyim. Let's take a listen.
For those who are concerned about Jonathan Majors' past and all that, Harvey Levin over at TMZ had a good rundown on the case. Here's what he had to say.
Congratulations to Jonathan Majors. He is back shooting in South after trial. I'm going to say it again. Trust that his soul is when they what this case voted not do it. This is others convicted him. They basically banished. We always thought movies where people wires
reaction. And this isn't the first time that we have worked to uncancel someone who is improperly canceled. Obviously, Gina Carano being an obvious example after she was canceled by Disney for the great crime of tweeting something that they didn't like. And now, obviously, Disney has had to back off of that position and said that they will work with Gina again. Again, Gina's about to do a fight on Netflix, so congrats to Gina. There have been other people that we've worked with in this vein. Roseanne Barr worked with us on Bertram. So we're proud to be working with Jonathan.
Okay. That's great. That's great. That's great. No, it's not. Okay, let me pull it up. Yeah, his career is toast, man. It's never coming back ever. It's never ever coming back. Jonathan Majors, Daily Wire. Don't worry, we're gonna get to Gina Carano too. It's never coming back, ever. And for people to call this an actual comeback, that's sad. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Let's go here. Pretty bad.
I've seen this rumor that we here at Daily Wire are working with Jonathan Majors on a new movie. And that rumor is absolutely true. Yeah, I know. There are a lot of people on the left, on X, and they're very upset about this. They're very upset about this. There's lots of tweets. Okay, here's the deal, you whiny little bitches. We don't care, because Jonathan Majors was canceled all the way back in 2023. We are ecstatic to bring him back. He's unbelievably talented. And if you're upset now, wait until you see this film.
He'll never be able to wash away the stink of Daily Wire. It's over for him. It is over. It's not even... Man, I mean, I get it. You got bills to pay, but shit. Oh, this is such a bad move. Oh, this is such a bad move. Producers include Ben Shapiro, Dallas Saunier, Travis Mills, Lillian Campbell, Sydney Ackerman. Producing, let's see. Kyle Rankin's movie. Title, plot, details have not yet been shared. That launched production this week. So their shooting right now has been described as being in the vein of Red Dawn and Toy Soldiers. Okay, so the Russians or the Chinese are invading, right? Red Dawn, that's 1980, 83, 84, the original one, right? The Chinese were invading. It was the Russians, Toy Soldiers, I totally forget about this, but a bunch of kids had to be soldiers, right? Because some in occupying force, non-American force. Yeah, it's going to be one of those. Okay, gotcha. Shapiro took to social media Thursday, reacted to the news about the film with his post. You're not going to believe what we're doing. Blah, 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 blah. He was working with Spike Lee at one point. He had a job with Spike Lee. Here we go. I know I'm not crazy. What's going on with it? Nah, that ain't the Five Bloods. They had another project and well, I guess that's no longer working. Nope, that's over. He had another movie in the pipeline with Spike Lee. Okay, never mind.